Teresa with BeCozi.net is here. BeCozi.net and BeCozi.com is an American website with the biggest collection of chunky yarns for hand knitting. We are making these videos to promote our yarn, and all our yarn can be found on BeCozi.net and BeCozi.com. Our office is located in Holland, Michigan, so if you're local or if you're visiting our beautiful town, feel free to stop by and select one of your beautiful favorite yarns yourself. So today I will be using BeCozi beautiful sparkly chenille yarn, sparkly gray and sparkly white. This white has silver sparkles. We also have white with snow sparkles. It's on sale, it's on clearance, so go check it out. It's really inexpensive. So we will be making a beautiful pattern which called broken herringbone. I showed this pattern before, but the colors that I used in the video were too bright. You could not really see how beautiful this pattern is. So today I'm using kind of muted colors, and you can see how gorgeous this blanket is. So again, broken herringbone, guys. And I am making a small blanket. This is 30 by 50, small lap throw, 3 skeins of gray silver and 2 skeins of white with silver sparkles. You can find this yarn at BeCozi.net, as I said. This is the back of the blanket. It looks just a simple pearl stitch. The front looks much more beautiful, and if you have our yarn, let's get started. Okay guys, let's get started. So this is our gray sparkly chenille, and this is our white with silver sparkles. We have white with snow sparkles, so if you like that one more, you can use that one. But we will start with our silver, with our gray with silver sparkles. So we will place the yarn in front of us like that. This is the tail, this is working yarn, and I am burning the end of the yarn to prevent it from unraveling when you're using the blanket, and especially when you're washing it. So now this working yarn goes on the top like that. You insert your hand inside, grab working yarn. Now pull this stitch that you just made up and these 2 strings down. And now you have your first stitch done. We will pull working yarn down a little bit to make it a little bit smaller. And now we will make a chain of 20 stitches. So insert your hand, grab working yarn and pull it through this first stitch. So you just made a second stitch, and as you can see, I made it about the same size, and that's our goal. Now we will be pressing the bottom of the second stitch. You see that working yarn is almost kind of coming out itself. You will insert your fingers, grab that working yarn and pull it out. So we have 3 stitches. Now we will keep casting on this way until we have 20 stitches. 20 stitches will give us a width of the blanket of 30 inches. If you want to make it a little bit wider, a medium size, then it will be 40 inches and you will need 25 stitches, guys. Okay, let's count how many stitches we made. Counting by this bumps on the top, it's easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 20 stitches. And actually for this pattern, to keep it with 2 beautiful chains on both sides, we will do 21, guys. Okay, so usually I'm doing 20 for regular, not complicated pattern, and this pattern requires one extra stitch again because we will try to make 2 knitted stitches on each side to make a beautiful chain. So what are we doing now? When we cast it on, we are flipping it on another side. Working yarn goes on the back, and now we are knitting or pulling out our first row. Why we're flipping this chain on another side? Because we're keeping this beautiful chain here on the bottom of the blanket this way. So this is our first stitch. We are inserting our finger from underneath, grabbing working yarn and pulling it out. Now we are doing the same to the next stitch, and I forgot to mention that in this chain that we flipped on another side, we're using the middle part of the stitch. See these bumps? Not the top, not the bottom, this bump in the middle. This is the middle part of the stitch. We're lifting it, inserting our fingers there, grabbing working yarn and pulling working yarn out. See, we have 2 stitches. Now we're finding the middle part, insert our fingers underneath, grab working yarn, pull it out. Now we will keep doing it until we pulled out the first row, and make sure that all stitches are about the same height. It's not easy if you're new to hand knitting, but with some practice it will become easier, and that's the goal, to make them all of the same size, because then your blanket will look nicely done when it's finished. So pulling out is a simple way of creating first row. It's a simple knitting stitch, and we are starting our pattern from the second row. You can start it from the first one, but I found it easier to first pull out the first row like we're doing now, and then to create the pattern. So here our last stitch, guys. Okay, here we are. We have our first row pulled out, and now we're placing our working yarn in the opposite direction, and we are starting our pattern. The pattern is quite simple, but you need to watch it when you're making it, not to miss the correct stitch, otherwise the whole pattern will be ruined. So the first stitch, as I said, will be knitted on both sides, and that will create us this beautiful chain. And second stitch, we are twisting, guys, okay? So here's the stitch. You twist it in the direction where we're going. So take the stitch and twist it. And now insert your finger, grab working yarn, and pull yarn through. So next stitch will be simple knitting. Insert your hand, grab working yarn, pull it out. Next stitch will be twisted again. So take a stitch, twist it in the direction we are knitting, and then knit it as a simple knitting stitch. So you see already the difference here. This stitch was, these 2 stitches were twisted, this was simply knitted, and that's what we will be doing. We will be knitting one, we will be twisting another one. Make sure that you are making small stitches, guys, because this pattern looks beautiful when stitches are small. If you like to knit very loose, this pattern will not look good on a loose knitting, only when it's on a smaller side. So when we are done with our first row, knit, twist, here we are twisting our last stitch in this row, and then this last stitch we are knitting. As I said, we will be knitting first and last, and actually starting this row we will be skipping it, guys. First stitch will be skipped on each row. It's very easy, you just knitted it as the last. Now it's sitting here, yarn goes where we are knitting, and you're skipping it. This will give us a beautiful chain here on this side and on the other side when we're skipping first stitch. So this stitch was twisted. You can see it was twisted. This one looks like a chain. This one was not twisted. This one has like a crisscross, less cross in the middle. It was twisted. So we're twisting it because this twisted stitch will go all the way up. Twist, 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 but in a different direction. We're twisting it to the right. Now when we're knitting to the left, we're twisting this guy to the left. See, we twisted it, crab-working yarn, and pull it out. And that's how the zigzag or herringbone stitch is created. Next one is simple knitted, and next one twisted and knitted. Next one knitted, this one twisted, twist in the other direction. That's how we will do it. And it's hard to see the difference. Okay, here. See, that's what I said. It's hard to miss that twisted stitch. It's over here. Make sure that you are twisting all stitches that you twisted in the previous row. Only then you will have the beautiful pattern. Okay, so here we are. We did the second row over here. And now we are knitting our last stitch here. So what are we doing next? We are knitting the next row in the same pattern. Working yarn goes on the back. We are skipping the first stitch. We just knitted it and now it's just simply sitting here. Now we are going to our twisted stitch. See these bumps? It shows us twisted stitch. This time we're twisting to the right. And then knitted stitch, twist to the right, knit, twist to the right. So that's the whole pattern, guys. It's easy, but it's not that easy because you need to watch how to knit the correct stitch, otherwise the pattern will be ruined. And then when I am done with the whole skein of this beautiful sparkly gray yarn, I will attach the white color. So let me show you one more time at the end here. I twisted stitch, I knitted the last one. Now the last one is sitting here. Yarn goes on the back and we're just skipping it, it's just sitting here. We're going to our twisted stitches and we're twisting it in another direction. That's what we will be doing on every beginning of the row, and that's what will give us a beautiful chain. It will also save you some yarn and it will look nice and professional. So when I'm done with this gray yarn, I will come back and I will show you how to connect white yarn. Okay, guys, so look at this beautiful pattern. You already see it forming. See, I used one skein of our gray sparkly. So you see this herringbone stitch going up, and in the middle, just simple knitting stitch. So it looks really beautiful. Now, we don't have enough for the next row. So that's when we will connect another yarn. And I will show you how to connect it. So we just cut it and we can keep it in case if we don't have enough for the gray row in the future. So here we are, our beautiful white with sparkles. Now you can connect it either making a simple knot. Let me show you. So you're making a knot, then making another knot. And then you pull in both directions until you can feel that nowhere to pull. And then you're cutting these tails close to the yarn. This is the simplest way to connect the chenille yarn. And I lost a stitch here. So here we are. And then we can just start white. Another way to connect the yarn would be to burn this two ends together. It became really popular recently, so I will show you how to do it too. So here is the white yarn that we're connecting, and this is our gray. So what I will do, I will start burning the end of the white that I would see the light the fire. And then I am connecting the gray and pushing them toward each other and holding for a few seconds, literally waiting until it's not as hot in the middle, and then I can try to rub them together when I feel that it's not too hot for my fingers, and that will do the trick. It's now connected. So then you pull and you can feel that it's connected nicely. So this is our last stitch here. And now we are starting our white color. So this is the same here. This is the twisted stitch. We're twisting it. Next stitch is simple knitting stitch. And we just keep the same pattern. The only difference that we will be using our white, sparkly white, the whole skein, and then when we use the whole skein of white, we will connect gray the same way, the way you prefer. You can try both. You can try to connect it with the knot or connect it with burning if you have a lighter. Just be careful not to burn yourself, and then keep knitting and alternating gray and white. And I will keep doing it, and then when I'm done with all 5 skeins, I will come back and I will show you what to do next. Here we are, guys. We are done with our 5 skeins. Look at this beautiful pattern. It's very dense. It's kind of like on the tougher and thicker side, thicker pattern definitely than just simple knit and stitch. You can see beautiful zigzag and then knit and stitch in the middle. One gray, one white, gray, white, gray. So 3 grays and 2 whites, giving you this gorgeous blanket. So now when we are almost done with third gray, I am keeping 3 weeds of the blanket. 1, 2, 3, actually 4, almost 4. 3.5 would be safer. 3 might not be enough. And then now we can cast off. For casting off, here is the first stitch, and see this beautiful chain on the side that I was telling you will form if you skip the first stitch. The same on this side. That is how professionally done blanket looks like. So now take this first stitch and make a stitch, another stitch from it. Now when you have another stitch, keep your hand inside and then add second stitch and then knit them together. Here we are. Now keep your hands inside the last stitch, add another stitch and knit them together. Keep your hand inside, add another stitch and knit them together. And keep doing it until you have all stitches cast off on the top of the blanket. That will give you this beautiful chain here, and this is our goal. We have a beautiful chain on the bottom. Now we're making a beautiful chain on the top, and as I showed you, we have beautiful chains on both sides. That is how blanket looks very nicely knitted. So here we are, we're almost done casting off. A few more stitches, and now when we have 2 last stitches, we're knitting them together, and now we have just 1 left. Insert the tail inside and pull it tight. Here we are. So now you can either cut this piece, which I will actually do, and make a small tail. I will burn the end to prevent it from unraveling. And now this tail goes underneath this beautiful chain. So the chain consists of two parts. So you go in with this yarn underneath the chain on the one side and then on another side, and then you're hiding it on the back like that. Here we are, guys. We hid and weaved in the end. Beautiful. So this is the chain on the top. This is the chain on the side. And this is the chain on the bottom of the blanket. And here we will do the same to our beginning. We already burned it when we started. And then we will go underneath the chain to hide the tail, back and forth, and then just hide it on the back. You can sew it if you want that it would be really nicely attached and will not come out when you're using the blanket, but it's up to you. Here we are, hide it, here we are. So this is the front of the blanket. This is this beautiful pattern, and this is the back of the blanket. It's simple purling stitch. So here we are. So we have a few colors of our beautiful sparkly yarn available. Go to BeCozi.com to check them out. Make this beautiful blanket, put it on our Facebook hand knitting club to share with other fellow hand knitters. And don't forget to come back for more yarn at BeCozi.com. Stay warm and be cozy. Hey guys, Larissa with BeCozi.net is here. I would like to introduce my hand knitting book. The book was published in September 21, and recently it was also published with the Christian Publishing Agency. It's available on our website and also available on Amazon. This is the only book on hand knitting on the craft market. It's extremely unique and very beautiful book explaining hand knitting, giving you a history of our company, how hand knitting was born, and then it also gives you a few patterns, simple patterns with a very detailed pictures how to make every single step on the way. Go to the link underneath this video and purchase this book, and let's hand knit.